Bonjour, hello, and welcome to MaxMountainWorld. Bonjour, hello. Today, little wander up the mountain. Now, I'm going to take it easy. It's going to be an easy one. 3 nights ago, I took a snake bite on my ankle. And with an allergy to these sort of things, I had a pretty crap time of it for a day and a half or so. So this is kind of a test run just to make sure the ankle's fine. I've already had the car out and driven, no problem, but this is obviously a bit more exertive. So what I'm going to do today, I'm sitting, you probably notice I'm sitting on a chairlift chair. Chairlift's out of action, off season. But I'm going to follow the chairlift up underneath the upward part of the chairlift. It's an exercise I do after some winters. Basically, you find all the things that people drop off and they never find again. I've found mobile phones, I've found, dare I say it, illicit substances, all sorts, watches, money, you name it. It's really wild. And I also carry about a rubbish bag at the bottom of my backpack as well, so I'll pick up rubbish on the way up because people just chuck away fag ends and rubbish and stuff. Now, it's not always easy to follow these up because the chairlifts go in a straight line, mountains don't. So a lot of it can be very, very difficult climbing going, and I come back down the easy route because it's safer to climb up than it is to climb down. Just the same principle as going up a ladder's easy, coming back down is not so easy. So I'll just turn the camera around, show you where I'm going, and then I'll pick off bits and pieces on routes. If I find anything, I don't know. It's not always successful, but normally this is something immediately after winter. And immediately after winter, we were on lockdown and nobody was there. Snow was here, so not many people are about in the mountains. The walks have been up so far, I've seen hardly anyone, so could find some stuff. Let's go and have a look. I'll show you just now what where I'm heading just before I move off. So we have one of the residences behind here, and sitting on the bottom chair here where you would normally be scooted away up the mountain, and I'm going to head directly up underneath the right hand side here, under the upward part of the lift. Now it's going to be great until I hit this forest bit here, and then I've got some difficult climb to do, but I know on top there's an easy bit on top, so we'll just see if I can find anything. So I was just sitting there, and one thing here is that it's already quite well overgrown with it being quite late on after the winter. So, but already you just need to walk a few paces. You can see the rubbish. I always carry the stick, it gives the third point of contact. Same principle as boats. But you can see all the rubbish, which I'll be picking up as soon as I've got a spare hand available here. It's absolutely incredible. And as you get further up, you reach the point where people have kind of got themselves sat down and get the mobile phone up to phone their mates or whatever. Oops, there we go. So a quick view check, probably a little wind noise, underneath the lift. And the valley opposite, the side of the Parc des Écrins, snowy mountains. That's up behind Puy-Saint-Vincent. And beautiful day, cloudy over there, but beautiful over here. So over to the job in hand, and this is what we've got. I don't know if the camera's showing it, but a bit of a steep bit and quite thick undergrowth. This is the other thing about the stick as well. You can test before you stand. Make sure you're not going to stand on anything daft, snakes included. And yeah, just making a straight line, it's not so easy. Yeah, and then right up. You can tell that you're in line because there's the usual trail of rubbish. So next, I'll go all the way up there. So just scaling this first bit. The bit where I just did the thing is, where is it? Just the other side of a little bit of road there. But you can see the steepness of this. This is all pricklies. Quite heavy going really. but I'm nearly up the top here. And one thing that scares me, I see these tree stumps, and occasionally some of us crazy skiers will hit the off-piste, as it were. It's just seeing what's underneath the snow. I mean, you don't see this stuff normally when it's been snowing. It's just that much snow on top of it. But just seeing what's underneath, kind of scary. So that's the first bit done. You can see over the noise of the birds, the sort of terrain that I've come up. Didn't take it exactly straight line, that would be absolutely impossible. Some of it's just a bit too rough. But yeah, made up the first bit. In amongst the birds now, and got an easy stretch to do next. So as I head up this bit, you can actually see here's a fine example where some considerate persons chuck their fag butt away, and you can see that, and that's decomposing, but the filter, that's got a half-life of over 200 years. It's in the bag. In the summertime, I know this is a bit of a diversification from the previous, but they'll use here in Les-Orres 2, sometimes 3 of the lifts. The first one is the new Peak Vert lift, which is over the side there, but we can't see it from here. The first one out of the main station at 1650 is this one here, and then you walk down and you ski down in winter, and you take this one up to go to the very top, and that's a facility for mountain bikers, for people out walking, or just people who want to go up and see what it's like at the top of a mountain. And before every season they do all the repairs, checking, testing, adjustments, lubrifying, how do you say that in English? Lubricating. And here we can see chaps working away on this lift. I've just saw it running, so they've maybe tested something, they found something that needs adjusted or whatever. So they're busy out. There's 2 or 3 lads down there, and don't know what he's doing exactly, but in the end what happens is you get government people that come round every single lift that's going to be used in that season in the Alps, in every resort. They'll come along and test them, and they'll test them for everything. They'll test them for wire stress, they'll test them for braking systems, check every single weld on every single chair, pylon, everything. Apparently the list is massive, so it's good to know the safety factor there. But this is just a little side thing that I found on the way up here, my usual levels of observation. And again, there's someone up there, I can see a door open, and there's something going on up here as well. I passed a few lads coming up on their jeeps and whatnot when I was on the way crossing the road underneath the lift. And again, little view check ahead. I'm just going to hang around here a wee bit, see if they do another test. Quite a rare sight at this period in time. Someone up for a walk. Weather-wise, nothing too threatening. That's not coming towards us. So what we can see is the direction that the weather's coming from is this grey cloud over here that's forming off the mountains there. It's coming from the northwest, but that's going to miss us entirely. We've got a beautiful situation of a huge hole of blue sky over us. If I just go to the other side here, and apart from the birds singing, we've got a worker singing. Testing the suspension systems of the wheel racks, I think. So here we go, test happening. Just having a chat away with one of the chaps there. Et le nom, mon corps, c'est quoi?
Comment? Comment?
Tu t'appelles quoi?
Moi, on m'appelle Zouz.
Zouz, ok,
Yes.
cool. Vous êtes sur la vidéo, merci.
Merci à toi, Max.
Voilà, c'est juste pour voir les tests, etc. aussi. So as I was saying, yeah, so they're just running this round. Some of the more spectacular things are when they do a brake test, they run it at twice the speed and then do an emergency stop, and the way that these swing around is incredible. Oh, there's a stop now, just as I was saying that. So yeah, lubricating all the wheels, axles, suspension systems, wheel racks, the whole lot. Just explained to me there, off camera. So, firing this one up again. With it running at normal speed, I would imagine that what they're doing is they're testing the wire tensions and the wire stretch and stuff like that. Probably even just checking for wheels. They do sound tests on wheels, the wheels that guide the wires and stuff. Yeah, so it's running for a little while. They have, yeah, quick emergency stop as well. But they will do a high speed one. And they'll also sometimes actually load half of them up with huge bags of water which resemble the same weight as the heaviest people you can get. And they'll test the brake systems when these are going down. They'll test the power systems when they're coming up. And they'll also be testing the wire strings and etc, all that stuff. Quite good fun to watch off season. They do all this preps everywhere, all throughout the mountains, not just in French Alps, but all over Austria, Germany, everywhere, all over the world. So, just coming on over here, we'll be able to see just where this goes as it heads down over ahead of us here, and over the other side is Les-Orres 1650, the main station that this comes out of. So as I say, much safer to go down the tracks and not go down the difficult parts. It's easier to climb than it is to go down. But the other thing as well is that one thing to watch as well is having Scottish skin. Got to kind of just watch you don't get too burnt in this. The altitude up here, the sun has got a lot less atmosphere to go through and is a lot stronger than if you were at the seaside and you think the sun's strong. Come up here and see what it does to your skin. Still a bit of snow left in places. That's where a snow pistol has been used, a lot harder snow. And just up behind it, to the left, we've got a lot of diggers that are re-digging out mountain bike tracks and stuff. And they'll be busy. Everything's getting ready for summer. So apart from a carrier bag full of empty bottles, empty cans, bottle tops, lollipop sticks, them things for your lips, all sorts of stuff, I've just put it into a rubbish bin at the side there. The only thing of note that I picked up was a SIM card. Be interesting to try that one out later. So that's it. Minor distraction at the end, but quite a good one. I always like to see things going on and whatnot. It's always interesting. And what I'll do is I'll just cut it loose at this. I'll do a quick roll out of the view where I am, about 100 metres above Les-Orres, really in terms of what I normally be doing. Not that spectacular a walk, well, not that huge a walk as it were, still spectacular. But yeah, a little test for the ankle after the problem on Monday night, 2-3 nights ago. All is well, so a lot more of these to come. I've got a couple of real beauties planned for the next week or so, but that's going to hinge around the weather and whatnot, so we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down there. Don't forget, when you've done so, you can click on the alert bell for notifications of future uploads from Max Mountain World. Remember, you can comment down here. Do the old thumbs up, click on that for likes. If by some odd chance you don't like it, give me a dislike as well. All the input, all the feedback is much appreciated. All the support is much appreciated. Even you just watching this is fantastic. Thanks very much again. All the best. Ciao.